Hi, everybody. Happy Thanksgiving. Welcome back.
We so back.
We are back. It's been a little while.
It's been.
Welcome the fourth member of the podcast, Shohei Ohtani.
He's beautiful. Can you see him on there? Yeah, you can.
And to keep things organized, we put the two Asians on one side of the room.
Oof.
This is a segregated podcast, yes.
Oof.
Way to go, Hassan.
Actually, it's sitting here. It makes perfect geographical sense.
That's
we
right.
go from the most western location
Right.
all the way to the
Yeah.
East Asia.
That makes sense.
We did it.
Yeah.
God, what a fucking intro.
So proud of us.
Oh, man. So, everybody's Thanksgiving. You have the most interesting one, so we're going to start off with you so people actually stay.
Oh, shit. Okay. I thought we were going to go with mine last because I'm going to yap for a long time.
Go ahead.
Okay, so me go to Japan. It was good.
Great yapping. Awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, there was a lot. I have a lot of thoughts on a lot of things, but I think I just wanted to point out the silly tiny things that stood out to me. First, so I stayed in Tokyo for like the entire week. I did not realize Tokyo was so goddamn big. Like there's so many like more like suburban areas, and it's just like, extremely spread out and stuff. So I kind of wasn't expecting I knew the trains were good, but I also didn't expect like I guess the sense of scale. They have so many lines, but the lines all end basically at the outskirts of Tokyo, but they go like every which way, and they go really, really far. But specifically, a couple things I noticed were like, if you go to a restaurant, like you don't get a napkin. Like that's just not a thing.
Yeah, that seems scary to me because I am a messy eater.
Same. So I actually got myself a little thing of like packaged napkins from like the convenience store.
Wow.
Yeah.
Is that what people have around, or was that also weird? Like pull out your little package of napkins. You see other people
I
have
couldn't
them?
tell.
Okay.
I couldn't tell. I wasn't paying attention to other people. Also, it was like so touristy that I feel like every other table was like
Other tourists.
Yeah, exactly.
I see.
Exactly.
I was also traveling during Thanksgiving, so I'm assuming a lot of Americans.
Yeah, lots of Americans. So there's lots of Americans as usual, but I think something I didn't expect was like lots of Koreans and also lots of Southeast Asians.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of nuts.
Yeah. Indonesia is part of Southeast Asia, yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yes.
right.
Yeah, my one of my friends from undergrad, we went to we like lived together. His sister goes to Japan like all the fucking time.
Yeah.
It's like
it's
constant.
so popular.
He's from Indonesia, yeah.
Really? I think I saw the funniest thing about this is like I did not see, or it was hard for me to tell if there were a lot of like Asian Americans, but there was one spot critically where I noticed a ton of them, and I was also there, so self-report. But it was the Onitsuka Tiger shops.
Okay.
So
Explain, what are these?
So these are where I got these shoes.
Sick.
Nice.
They're really nice. This specific, I guess, design right here is a really popular design of theirs. It's called the Mexico 66. For some reason.
Yeah, hell yeah, brother.
Nice. I don't really understand why.
That's excellent.
Okay, so we deadass. So it was me, my mom, and my partner, and in total, we fucking bought 10 pairs of shoes.
Woo. Damn.
And like, I kid you not, like, I think 8 of them, if not 9 of them, were Mexico 66s. So they were just fucking popular. Okay.
How expensive were they?
So this pair right here I got, I believe, was there's like some sort of conversion there, but I got it for like 13,000 yen, which converts to like maybe 80 or 90 bucks.
Oh, okay.
Huh?
Yeah. And so it's not bad. It's pretty good prices. It's pretty good quality. And also I think there's a lot more of a craze for them right now because they closed their last shop in the States.
Oh.
So that's why there's lots of Asian Americans, but also coincidentally where a lot of the Southeast Asians were as well. So everyone just So
they're making bank right now.
Yeah, no, I think I hit up almost every fucking Onitsuka Tiger store in Tokyo, actually.
Whoa.
Because specifically, so the reason why we have 10, right, is I got myself 2 pairs. Zoe got themselves 1 pair. And then we got our friends, Leo, one pair. We also got one of my like high school friends a pair. And then the rest of the 5 were all my mom's.
Okay.
Wow.
So she
has them
fucking
stocked up
balled
for a
out.
long time.
Yeah. So that was the most like, okay, like all of the trains were extremely packed and all the train stations had a lot of people. But like inside that store was the most fucking like agoraphobic I've ever felt because everything's really crazy, and like there's like 5 guys like tending to it. But if everyone's coming up to you with a pair of shoes, or even worse, it's like someone took a photo of like a shoe and they're like, "Do you have this one?" And the guy's like, like ESL like crazy, right? He's like, "No, we don't have that." But like it can't be as exasperated as he wants to be because it's not. There's a lot of shit going on.
Yeah,
It's
he's
fucking
like,
chaotic.
let me go through my mental Rolodex. No.
Well, it's crazy because like they'd have to go through a bunch of different customers at the same time. So my mom's like, okay, so I want like to try on like these 4 things, and I'm already gonna buy exactly this one of this size. Like, okay, I'm keeping track of size, but size is already a problem because there's like 4 different categories because there's like US men's, there's UK, there's like centimeter, there's like
also
one more.
European,
Yeah. So
like
there's
nuts.
there's so many goddamn sizes, and so like if you trip one up with the other, then you're fucked. And then keeping track of like what color combinations, stuff like that. That store was like, I don't know. That was a hell.
I think I told you guys about this when I bought the jeans, those expensive jeans, because I did not know that like the way that Japanese pant sizes are is in reverse to American. So like I'm a 32, 34
right.
is 34, 32 for example in Japan, and when I got the pants, I'm like, I cannot get this over my thighs. And then I looked it up, and then like on the website, I'm an idiot. On the website it like says in bold, like if you're an American. Anyway,
flip the numbers.
Hassan gets the pants and they're like 6 feet wide. Yeah. This entire fit I'm wearing actually is all
from Japan.
Nice.
Japan. Yeah, I like the
Very
pants
fresh.
a lot.
Yeah,
I've been
the
trying
pants
to
are
get
cool.
I've been trying to get those type of like cargo-ish pants. I guess they're
these are
cargo
really
pants,
nice,
right?
Yeah, these are really nice. I guess they're like kind of like baggy jeans / cargo. I don't know what you categorize.
I know they are, but like that's kind of like that cargo-ish style.
Yeah, but this conversion comes out to like $60 for these.
Nice.
Oh wow, nice.
Yeah.
Not bad.
I really like the jacket. The jacket is sick.
Like, I think the
jacket is
expensive
sick.
one.
Yeah.
Thank you. Holy shit. I'm trying to cover all of the things. Let's see. Oh, so we happened to just pass by all of the stores. So we intentionally only went to the one in Harajuku, but we also hit up the one in Shibuya, also one in Ginza, and also I forget where the last one was, but we just
My friend lives in
by
Ginza.
happenstance we passed by like all of the other ones. And the reason why we went into all of them, I said I bought 2. The other one took me forever to find, but it's specifically Mexico 66 yellow black. It's like the coordination.
Okay.
Yeah.
Those things are yellow and black rather than
exactly.
blue and red.
Well,
Okay.
actually, the whole shoe is yellow, and then all of the stripes are black.
Okay. Sure. That looks fun.
So, and the problem was like they don't really do half sizes, and also like I'm size 11, and so like most of the stores didn't have size 11 of that specific color anyway. I think the service everywhere was obviously really great. The food was really cheap. I think one of my favorite meals was actually the conveyor belt sushi.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So they're like they've also the one that's closest to us is Kura in Sawtell.
Yeah.
That place is alright, but like everything is like super overcharged, right? And like per person, I haven't been recently, but I mean, I think
bad.
you could eat like $60 a person.
Yeah,
really
easily.
It's disgusting. It's crazy.
It's pretty bad. Also,
like,
I'm not the biggest fan of their conveyor belt
Sure,
sushi there
sure.
either. I like on Japan here, the one that we're talking about. Yeah.
But like, I mean, I ate till I was gonna fucking explode, and like the 3 of us combined was like $60.
Wow, nice.
Yeah, it was fucking insane. I logged the places we visited and the food we got on each day, and my favorite. Okay, one of the silliest places I went to was this absolutely cursed Yakiniku place. So Yakiniku is just It's just basically like
grilled.
Korean barbecue.
Yeah,
it's the same thing.
That's
It's
the
just
word
the
that I
grilled.
was trying to remember
Yes,
that
yes.
other day. Remember where I was like, it's the like grilled chicken, but it's using white coal, and I couldn't remember what
sure.
it's called. Yeah,
Yeah. I mean, we just they just did it on like the little like grill,
Yeah.
like wire grill type things. The meat was obviously extremely good, but the reason why it's so cursed, I feel like we accidentally went to like some sort of store that was fronting as a yakiniku place, but wasn't actually. So how do I explain this? We had to we found the place. It was really hard to find, and we had to walk down like 2 sets of stairs. We were like deep in the basement, and it was like you know dimly lit, but you had those like nice sliding like wooden doors with the whatchamacallit. It's like the traditional
Like the little paper
yeah,
doors?
yeah,
Yeah.
little paper screens and stuff. So we got our own little room and stuff, but it was like dead quiet. And so there was like a little button on the side that you can like do to like call for the waiter and stuff. And like we deadass like were there for like 20 minutes and like we did not see our waiter again. And I was just like very confused because we were waiting there to order something and we hit the button. And then like maybe like 10 minutes later, like still nobody came, and I just like slid the door open and I hit the button again just in case. And like they finally came over and they're like, "Oh yeah, sorry, let's take your order." And then I think that guy's shift ended and he did not tell the incoming other person like what we ordered. So I think it was dead 40 minutes before like we saw anything. And like
crazy.
again, I am not someone who's gonna like Karen up like any sort of place for like people being rude or whatever. I don't think they were rude. I think they just deadass forgot like there was supposed to be a
like, oh, we're running a business. I see. Oh, that's right.
Yeah. It's like, oh fuck, where did we put the wagyu again? Wait.
That's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Jesus. Wait, how was ordering? Like how
Oh, yeah.
how did you order? Like, I'm assuming none of you are fluent in Japanese.
Oh, okay. So this is critical. So a thing that is different is like I kind of was rolling in expecting a lot of people spoke like a little bit of English secondary, but most people don't. And it was really helpful that like Zoe used to be a lot more fluent in Japanese, but they currently speak like a little bit still. Like they've forgotten a lot, but like they've been able to like order off the menu just fine. And like small things like that. So basically my mom and I would talk, and you know, we're like, okay, so these are the things we want. And then every time we're ordering, we all just kind of like look over and sort of like do all the talking and stuff.
That's how it was in Germany with him.
Perfect.
I would be like, what eat? And he'd be like, that's probably normal. And
Sure.
Then I just kind of look and be like,
yeah, please.
thank you.
I just love when we had those mixed tables at the Augustiner, and they like, English menu or German menu.
Yeah,
and then they would always give me the German one because they were like, if they notice that you speak German,
it's over.
They will and like not like like American knows German. Like if you speak German, they will refuse to talk to you in anything else.
Yeah. They're like, you are now the table ambassador.
Sure. Let's see, a couple other funny things. Okay, so we also hit up Akihabara. So that place is where you can buy. It's called like Electric Town. You can buy all the nerd shit is over there. Basically, translation is what that means.
They've quarantined all the nerds to one area.
Nice. Thank God.
As every city should.
Yeah. No, correct. This is a contagion. Yeah, threat assessment like level 5 or some shit. Anyway, so the first like building we went to is like figures. I'm like, okay, cool. Like, you know, maybe I can find some cool Pokemon
Don't ever
stuff.
let me go in there.
Well, the problem is like we go in, right, and like I'm with like my mom and Zoe, and we're like, okay, well the second floor says they have Pokemon stuff. We go up to the second floor and it's like there's no Pokemon. Everyone just has back-breaking titties. I'm like, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Fuck. This is not. I swear, Mom, this is not. this is not what I meant. And then we left the building, and she's like, okay, I'll just go shopping over here. You guys can do your thing. I'm like, yeah.
That's awesome.
No, that's correct.
And then you went back and
no.
Oh.
No. Stop. Yeah, it was really cool though. We hit up like a lot of nature and stuff. A lot of places we accidentally ran into, and it was like a really good time. A couple places, days we spent like outside of Tokyo. So one of them we went to Hakone, which is like just really far You had to take the Shinkansen out too, but that thing is fucking blasting.
Yeah, bullet train.
Yeah, that it was almost they would log the speed and it was like almost hitting 300 kilometers an hour. Yeah, that shit was
magnets
nice.
make train.
No, magnet is so cool.
Yeah.
How do they fucking work?
If you're a Mormon, God.
Oh, well, that sucks
you know
for me.
about this?
No.
Okay, so there was for a long time. I think they've updated it because they get patch notes.
Nice.
But before this patch note, I remember because Michael was in class and he had a Mormon teacher, and something happened, and eventually like he figured out that, and I looked this up, and it's true, unfortunately. The way that magnets work are apparently was apocryphal to Mormon religion because God, everything has in the way that Mormon religion was
everything has a
interpreted,
monopole.
everything has a no yeah, kind of, but basically everything has to do with work.
Sorry,
no, you're right.
They were like Maxwell. Maxwell's the biggest blasphemer.
But it has something to do with how
you gotta be kidding me.
It has to do with how work exists. You have to do work. But because the magnets do no work, because magnetic fields do no work.
Yeah.
Something happened. The only what am I getting downvoted for?
I'm talking about
you
Mormons.
didn't like that.
Yeah, the computer didn't like that. But apparently, the way that they made it work in the Mormon canon was that God moves the magnets together, because only a celestial being can do something as powerful as generate no work and make motion.
They said celestial beings do no work.
Yeah.
Why the fuck we praying to them then?
That's
what the hell? Hello?
Well, they move magnets for you, and if you're a good boy, you get your own planet, and
That's
you get to
true.
be your own celestial.
No, you're
being.
right.
Is that how it works?
I don't know.
No, that's true.
Cool.
Cool.
No. Yes. Friendly.
Why is cool down? Okay. Anyway.
I don't know. It's angry with us today.
Anyway.
I like that we have a little computer that just talks to us occasionally.
Yeah.
It's actually kind of
stop,
nice.
though.
We should get a little AI on it and just have it yell at us.
Talk to us?
Yeah.
That
That's
could
a
be
new
fun,
segment,
actually.
ChatGPT.
Yeah.
That could be fun. Yeah, we talk to ChatGPT. I'm down. We'll figure it out.
Dude, let's fucking go.
Okay, continue.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. No, you're good. You're
Yeah,
good. So I mentioned that we got to cool places accidentally a lot of times, and one of the days we went to Yokohama. And one thing I didn't know is I think Yokohama's a port city, and I think there's just a lot of, they have a Chinatown there, and
Is
there's
Yokohama
a lot of Chinese people
the
there.
one with all the gold, or is that Nagita?
I don't know.
Check. Continue. I want to look this up for myself.
They have a Chinatown there, and we weren't planning to go, but the place we wanted to go to was closed, and we accidentally we were looking for somewhere else to go. We accidentally just ran into the Chinatown. It was a really cool street and stuff. It was really awesome. They had a lot of Chinese street food, and what that entailed was I guess the thing that was really popular there was dim sum, but big. So for some that was a thing.
It's just the dumplings.
They just made it fucking massive, or a bao, but also massive.
Sounds so good.
I was really confusing.
No, it's not that one. Kanazawa is the city of gold.
I see.
But but Yokohama, the reason I got confused is because Yokohama is in the Kanagawa district, prefecture. So
I see.
Kamigawa. It's just gone.
It's all the same.
Everything is gone. My brain can't.
No, he said it's all the same.
How dare you?
That's what I heard.
I think I'm with you on that.
Ugh.
Oh my god. Yeah, I don't know. I also had lots of mixed feelings about things, just because also my mom was talking to me a lot about it while we were there. She's always really impressed about how well they're able to preserve their culture and stuff like that, and they still have lots of older buildings and temples. They're all really well kept and things like that. But also in this sort of same in the same beat, I guess, they also have really modernized, westernized downtown and stuff like that. And I can't help but to draw parallels all the time to what like what the similar cases would be for like China as well. Like having been there and stuff, it's like completely different. I mean, China's also like westernized like crazy, but obviously because of like cultural revolution and stuff like that, like a lot of things were not preserved quite as well. And I just felt kind of weird because like also my grandma and like a lot of other Chinese people really don't like the Japanese for obvious like historical reasons.
Yeah.
Right. And so it felt weird for all of these things combined and maybe a little bit more that it's like I enjoy this, but I feel weird that I'm enjoying this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But on the other hand, I could interpret it as just like, yeah, I'm like one-upping it because the yen's real weak right now and I'm just taking it out on them or something. But that's not really, that wasn't doing it for me. So
yeah, I'm facilitating their economy.
Yeah, I did it, guys.
But really, I'm the one profiting because it's cheaper
I
for
did,
me.
Yeah, I did it. I did it. Yeah. So that was an overall rundown.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's your first time in Japan?
No. This is my second time.
There's a very classic first time that I love hearing about.
Oh, yes. So the first time I went, we stayed in Osaka, which is also near Kyoto and stuff. And it's cool. There's a lot more historical sites and stuff. It's not nearly as like population dense and stuff. Holy shit, though. I was vegetarian. I could not eat anything.
Oh, nice.
And they didn't really know what that was. So I would like try to explain because like none of it was just me, my sibling, and my parents at the time.
Yeah.
And so none of us spoke any Japanese. And so I would say like, oh, I'm vegetarian. I can't eat that. And like the waitress would go like, oh, like fish is okay though, right? And I'm like, no. And she's like, okay, wait, I don't get it. Actually,
I don't know what you can eat.
Like, I actually don't understand.
Yeah.
It was really bad. It was really tough.
Yeah, I watched this whole video of this lady who she's like, I was vegan when I moved to Japan.
That's insane.
I can't do it. She's like, it's impossible.
Yeah.
I think it's getting better in Germany, but Germany was like that for a really long time too, where it's just like, I'm vegetarian. It's like, what the fuck are you gonna eat in this country? Like,
eat the sausage already. Come on.
Yeah, it's sausage and potatoes every day.
Yeah.
God.
German food sucks. Also something I feel like there was so much sensory overload for me while I was staying there because like the colors and like the noises and the lights and everything, it was just so fucking much. I feel like obviously it's also extremely hyper capitalist, but I feel like it was a lot more just like it felt like almost like whimsically or cartoonishly so. So their big department store is called Don Quijote. I don't know if you've heard of it. I
have heard of Don Quijote, like the store, but the fact that they called it Don Quijote is hilarious.
It's awesome. They have a fun theme song that plays nonstop in the store, and their mascot is a little penguin guy.
The fuck?
Yeah.
Why penguin?
I don't know, but he's cute.
Why not? Penguins are cute.
Yeah, they're awesome.
Okay, you're right. No, I mean I'm not against the penguin, but it's called Don Quijote. Do you know what Don Quixote is?
Not really, no.
No, for real? I'm asking.
Yeah, not really.
Oh, okay.
You
know Don Quixote?
I've heard it's a book, right?
Yeah, it's a book about this
it.
Spanish lord, a knight basically, who like can't come to terms with the fact that the world is like progressing into the future, and he eventually dies by riding his horse with like a I forget what it's called. Spear? Not spear. The like jousting thing. Lance, thank you. He rides his horse with a lance into a windmill and the windmill fucking takes him out.
That's awesome.
He's like, also just like an old man.
Yeah, he's just an old dude who refuses to accept that tech is like advancing and he misses the good old days of like feudalism.
Interesting.
Yeah, Don Quixote is nothing like that.
Exactly. That's why it's so funny that it's called Don Quixote.
It's extremely the thing is, it's like IKEA in the sense that like, oh, they want you to feel like you have to go through like the whole store. But the problem is like IKEA is like organized in some sort of way. And Don Quijote is just extremely like everything is extremely packed densely together. I think this is just the case in general, where aisles are like maybe a third of the size in general in stores. And so like there's only like it is pretty much only like one person wide, through all of the columns and stuff. And the issue is Don Quijote is extremely, and I believe intentionally, organized in a way to be maximally disorganized as possible.
Yeah.
And so like because you cannot like everyone wants to go in the store because they know you have the good shit, but they don't know where. So then it becomes like, oh, now I'm looking through your entire store.
Look at everything.
Exactly, by necessity. Whereas like IKEA is like point A is here, point B is here. You're not getting out of my fucking maze without seeing everything.
Yeah.
This is like you are stuck in the labyrinth. You are not allowed to leave.
Yeah. I like that. Okay.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
Awesome. So I'm kind of used to this. Unless you went to like Carrefour in Dubai, the department stores in Dubai were the exact same way, and like they would purposefully week to week shift the entire layout of the store to prevent you from memorizing what's in the store.
That's crazy.
Yeah, like you would go in, you're like, oh, the aisle 3 is the meat, and you walk there like, no, it's the dog food. The fuck happened? And then you have to go searching for it.
Yeah. Holy shit.
Yeah, it's good. You know, America does lack like good convenience store culture. Dubai had fucking bomb convenience stores.
Japan's stores were also really nice.
Yeah.
Oh my god, wait, this just got me thinking about another thing. Another small to most people, but maybe not to me, thing that I noticed was like there's not a culture of like coffee shops where you can just take a coffee to go, period.
But there's like, you know, I know that like from my friends there and things, like they also don't like eat in public. Like, you shouldn't be doing that.
Yeah, maybe. I think that's probably what it is.
Yeah, you're not supposed to be like eating or drinking in public, or
like
not in public, but like in the walkways.
Right. Because like the only mobile drinks we could get were like from the vending machines or like the convenience store coffees, which were like solid, but like I wanted like like a brewed coffee you could like take
just
to go
like
or
sip
something.
on a walk.
No, all the cafes are like sit down only, and like they will not serve like to go like coffee to you. Period.
Interesting.
It's very. I think it's probably like another measure to like keep the streets even cleaner than they already are. Ridiculous.
Yeah, no trash cans. You know,
that makes sense.
Yeah,
there's no trash cans.
That part's still fucking. That's crazy. I don't want to be holding onto my trash, and also everything is like what is it, packaged or
everything is individually in plastic.
Yeah, so like what the fuck?
Yeah, I like how you're talking to me. Like, I've heard all these complaints from all my expat friends that live there. They're like, it's a nightmare. They love Japan, but they're like, some things are just nightmare fuel.
No. Yeah. Oh my god.
One of them that my friend complained about, this is something that like you have to live there to complain about, I guess, is the like just straight up racism that you get hit with if you try to live in an apartment complex and you're not Japanese. They literally have like, they will just deny you if you're not Japanese. They'll just say no. And there's like special like companies that you go to, and they will find you apartment complexes that will allow you to live there if you're not Japanese. And then and like the reason for it. Yeah. No, yeah, of course. I'm not saying we're better. I'm just saying that like it's like weird because it's kind of condoned by the government of Tokyo.
Oh, really?
And like if you talk to people who are like in charge of the housing laws in Tokyo, like, yeah, but like, you know, foreigners are allowed and they will make too much garbage, and like the apartment won't be able to sustain it. Like, those are legit examples that like my friend has heard from the municipal of that like area, and it's crazy. So it's just like really weird. And you can also like see on YouTube, there's this guy, his name is like something Tokyo something. He's like this white guy from Beverly Hills who made a company in Japan, and all it does is service like expats to like find houses.
That's crazy.
And he's made bank, like insane amounts of money, because like literally and the other thing is you have to sign all this paperwork, but to sign the paperwork you need to have a Japanese stamp. To get a Japanese stamp you have to have an address.
Oh boy.
So you're in this perpetual loop.
Yeah. I've heard it's like basically impossible to emigrate over.
Yeah, so what they do is usually they'll like give you a temporary address in like one of their houses, so you can get all your things, and you can go to the municipal and then show them that like, oh, I have all the paperwork, you complete it, and then you have to submit it, and then because everything has been submitted, they like, it's almost impossible for them to deny you, except hit you with one of those like, oh, you're a foreigner, you make too much noise, and you like, we don't want to risk the like environment.
We don't want you to eat our cats and dogs.
Exactly. And then you do it all over again, and like,
keep me away.
It's kind of nutty. I think Chris Broad also talked about this, because I thought my friend was like, oh, maybe you just had like a really rough time, and then I looked it up, and like Chris Broad, like one of the largest, he's like, yeah, no, this shit happens all the time. It's like crazy.
Wow.
I think so did Connor talk about it. Like, they don't renew his lease
Oh, really?
He's had to move 3 times. Like his lease gets to the end of the year, and then he's like, "Oh, I want to stay," and they're like, "No, we're not renewing it." And he's like, "What the fuck?" And they're like employees of Kamigawa, which is insane.
Which is also where?
The anime company.
Oh,
I think it's like Kamigawa.
what?
They own like Naruto and all these things.
Oh,
Let me check.
What? That's like Shonen Jump, right?
I think Shonen Jump is like owned by. I'll look up the company name.
Okay.
You can see.
The funniest thing about all this is like, yeah, they made it impossible. But also it's really funny that you bring up Chris Broad, because like, I do not understand how that man lives there, but he does not speak like a lick of Japanese, right?
Oh, no, he does.
Oh,
He's
does
perfect
he?
in Japanese.
Oh, really? Okay.
He even passed the state exam where you have to like hold a speech to like professors, and he got a perfect score.
Wow.
Yeah, no,
Okay,
he speaks.
never mind.
He's fluent. He just doesn't
Why
do
the
it.
fuck is he the most English man ever in the videos? It's crazy.
I think it's just his character. Like people watch him for being the annoying Englishman.
No, it's absolutely nuts.
Let me check. But yeah, that was.
You were there for 7 days.
There's like
right?
3
Yeah,
different
yeah,
parent
yes.
companies. I'm losing my brain.
Yeah.
But anyway, they're owned by like the like giant company. They're employed. They're employed by this giant company. But oh my god, there's a whole group. The Hitoshubashi group.
No idea.
Is
Cool.
they own like a whole bunch of smaller companies. Like it's insane. They like, own Viz Media and Viz Productions and all that stuff. Anyway,
Yeah, I was there for 7 days. I think that's just about right, subtracting all of the like transit time from here to there.
Time zone jumping.
Yeah, all that stuff. Yeah, I don't know. It was really nice. Like I can't stop thinking about how nice the trains are. Like an hour ride on the train takes you so far, and it's like $3
Jesus
or like
Christ.
less, basically, right? Like that's fucking nuts.
European trains are so expensive.
Yeah, I mean,
now.
the
we were
European
going
ones are
like
expensive.
so
Yeah.
many different places, and like in total, I maybe spent like maybe $20 in transit.
Wow.
That's really
That's
nice.
so
Which is I don't know how expensive European trains are.
They used to be cheap.
Oh.
Now they're really expensive.
Yeah, how
now
much?
it's just like you're spending. I don't know. It sounds. I know a lot of Europeans are like, it's still cheaper than a car. I don't believe you anymore. Like at this point, I think you'll spend like probably. I think what do we do like for our week passes from like the small town in Munich to
Yeah, it was like
Munich
20
proper.
$20, I think it was.
Was it $20? I thought it was like $50 a week.
Oh, that sounds kind of high.
I think it was like €45. I'm pretty
Really?
sure.
Oh, you might be right.
Holy shit!
Yeah, it was expensive. It
that's
was like,
insane. Yeah, wait.
Like at that point, you're filling up it's like a tank of gas at that point, and
Yeah.
you don't have a car. Like just like
It is faster though. It would be like I
It would
I
be
would
faster.
claim like doing car from where we were in Munich to
Yeah.
Garching.
I will say, if you do get the like Deutschland pass, which is the 1 year, you like one big.
Oh, probably.
It's
yeah.
it's economical. I think it's like $300. It's like
Okay.
$1 a day then.
Yeah. Sure.
I guess a little less than $1 a day, but if you're not doing that, it can get expensive really fast.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. Also with the trains, oh my god, like the rush hour timing with that was so nuts because, it was hard to
Did you
try
get
to
packed
jam
in?
3 people into the same car. So eventually we gave up trying to do that because all of the like we were like the first train came over and like, okay, we're all trying to get in this one. It's fucking packed full.
Mhm.
Like the door opens and like people are like falling out because of like how tightly they're packed in.
That's fucked
Like,
up.
okay, let's not do this one. Let's wait for the next one. The next one, same fucking thing. So like, okay, we're gonna split up and look for clues, guys. And so we're all going into different cars and we're praying that we can all just jam one in. But then it was hard also because I'm seeing other people like wait in line. I'm like, man, you guys are actually going to like your job or something. I'm not gonna fucking like fight you for the spot. So like we just kept waiting for a while. It was really hard. But other than that, like on off hours, it was amazing.
Oh man, that's where the German in me comes out. You just get in that fucking train.
Make it work.
No, I'm just some filthy foreigner. I'm not trying to make you late to your job. So
Oh man.
whatever, is what it is.
I when I was with my family in Berlin a few months ago, I think my parents were also used to like old Germany, and they did not expect how like fucking packed those trains were gonna get. And I was like, hey, it's gonna get real packed real fast. And they were like, oh, we'll just take the next one, and then the next one is just as packed. I'm like, oh yes, the endless cycle of waiting. And then eventually they gave up. I'm like, this is how you do it. Get in that fucking train.
Sick.
I still sometimes relive the moment of like the last time we saw Wes in Germany.
Oh,
was when we were all on the same train going to Munich. And then we had to get off. And his last thing was, good luck, boys. I hope you guys, get to trapping. And then the train just leaves. And he was in there. And I'm like, it's kind of weird just seeing him go, You're just
right off into the sunset.
Exactly. He just goes into the hole. And then he reappears in America like a few months later.
It's kind of strange.
But yeah, in comparison, my Thanksgiving was quieter. My brother's family got double pink eye.
Oh
all
my
of
God!
The kids, all of the kids got pink eye. All the parents got pink eye. It was just a terrible time.
Gross. Sorry.
So it's gross. It's very gross. So they didn't come. My sister came, and then her fiance woke up with basically like the worst stomach bug he's ever had, and he like literally couldn't eat food, so he didn't eat for Thanksgiving. So it was just me and my mom, my sister, my dog, and my dad, and we just vibed, I guess. Eventually Alonso does come, and then we just like, I don't know, just chill, like nothing really happened, and just hung out. I have not much to report.
That's fine.
Zelda just played in the backyard a lot. To the point where she would play so hard, then came in and then just fell asleep, and then would wake up, and then my dad sees her and he's like, "Oh, you love the backyard? I'll take you out again." So he takes her out, and then the vicious cycle of just making this dog the most tired creature. That when I came back on Sunday, I was like, "Hey, you want to go for a walk?" And she just like kind of just like looked at me. I was like, okay, you need a rest day. She slept for 24 hours.
Damn. Play too hard.
Yeah.
Work hard, play hard.
God damn.
Yeah, mine was pretty chill too. I just went over to Sydney's. And
do the American tradition of dunk a turkey in boiling oil.
No. My uncle did that though.
Holy shit.
Yeah, he wanted to do it last year, but his burner basically didn't give enough BTU to like actually get the oil hot enough to cook the turkey.
BTU.
It's some unit of heat
ability. Unit.
Yeah.
I don't claim to
heat capacity of oil.
Something. Yeah, the heat capacity of oil is too high, so
okay.
it was too hard to heat it up or something.
Did you do it this year?
Did it this year.
Is he successful?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Is it good?
Yeah. So
why do people do this?
I've had it before. It's it doesn't dry it out.
That's so nice.
Yeah.
Wow.
But it is intensely dangerous.
Yeah. It's a fucking barrel.
Yeah.
Of oil.
Yeah. You're basically making a bomb, is what you're doing, right?
That's like the shit you see in video games. Yeah. It's like, oh yeah, that's the thing I need to shoot to like blow up the bad guys.
Yes.
That's crazy.
But no, it's tasty. It's good.
Really?
I won't do it. We should do it.
I'm not doing it.
No, we should do it in lab.
I've been around when the dunk happens, and I'm like, I want to leave the building.
Okay, so I've seen a couple of those videos. Why in those videos are they fucking filled to the goddamn brim every time?
Because
people forget that volume exists.
People don't know what Bernoulli
I feel like it's like just it's just comically full, right? Like I feel like they sit there and they're like, yes, the surface tension is just enough that I can like have this much above like the
meniscus is the tip.
Yeah. No, it's insane. Like I don't know. Like in my mind, right, the first thing that you do, right, after you like clean your bird, right, you fill your oil pot with water, right? Right? You dunk the turkey. Make sure that the turkey is all the way in, right? And then you take it out, you dry off the turkey, and then you dump out the water and measure where it was, and then you put that much oil in.
Alternate. Right. You put the turkey in the pot and you fill it with oil to the desired value. And then you take the turkey out of the pot.
That would work as well. That's one less step.
That's one measurement, and you're done.
Less step.
And you know it's oil, so it has the same. I don't know.
I would imagine the volume is the same, right?
Probably.
But oil grows on trees. So,
that's true, and it floats on water.
That's right.
So it floats on water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oil rises above.
Mm-hmm.
At least I think, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
That's why the ducks get hurt when there's oil spills.
That's why the ducks go.
Little baby ducks.
Don't talk about them like that. Dawn dish soap apparently is really good at cleaning them up.
Yes.
Which is kind of fucked up to think about.
Why?
You're just using an industrial grade cleaner on an animal.
If it gets the oil off.
I know. I guess
better
it's
than the
fair.
oil.
It's better than the oil.
Yeah. That's what I use on my hand. Like if my hands are all like olive oily or something, you just dish soap that shit, and it's
Yeah.
gone.
Shit's gone.
So
Yeah.
good.
Your story
just use
about
a
Zelda
lemon.
also reminds me of so we got my cat Jacky back from my friend Leo's house after the break, and he's been gone for a week, right? And like he slowly warmed up to him. At first he was just hiding under the bed, and he was like chilling on the bed with him and stuff. We take him back. Like he obviously doesn't like the little like carrier thing. Poor guy.
Oh yeah.
We let him in the house, and then he's like, "Whoa, what is this place?" For a solid like half an hour. I'm like, dude,
Yeah.
you've been here. Come on, it was a week. You fucking idiot. Come on. What the hell is this?
Cats.
They're so stupid.
What? I mean,
So
I'm
good.
just
Their
happy.
brains are the size of walnuts. Okay, come
I'm
on.
just happy it wasn't immediately like new place. I
Time to
scared.
pee.
No, not pee.
Okay, sorry.
He hasn't done that without his balls. So.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
Yeah. His move is frame one, go hide somewhere, right? if he's scared, he's
Yeah.
gonna go hide, right?
It's his
But it's like
passive
at
ability.
least he like had retained enough such that he didn't like run off to go hide immediately.
Mhm.
Man,
It's very
it's so funny.
there something did happen. Now that I think about it, I left the house because I went on a walk with my sister, and Zelda did not want to go, so I left the house with her wearing my really thick gray jacket, like really thick one that I have, and I came back and like I was just sweating underneath because I don't know, I'm fucking insane. I'm an ice giant. I get hot when it's cold out, so I take off the sweater and I enter the house, and I think Zelda like saw me leave with sweater on. And then I came through, and I guess I just didn't smell the same, and she didn't frame one recognize me. And Zelda, unfortunately, doesn't have the runaway flight or flight system. She has the I will kill this intruder. So she just like, and it's also like dark because like it was nighttime. So we opened the door and the lights were off. So she just sees a big figure with the sweater I had draped over me. So I guess my silhouette was different. And she sees my sister, and she immediately like goes, the deepest, angriest growl ever, and you just see a flash of teeth. I'm like, I'm gonna get mauled to death by my own fucking dog. and then she like walks up and she like is ready to go, and she realizes it's me, and then gets, I guess, embarrassed because she turns around
She'll do that,
and then just walks away and hides
yeah.
behind a chair. And I'm like, it's okay, you can come out. And then just sat next to me sheepishly, and I'm like, it's okay.
Random guy dies to own dog.
Yeah.
Go
Exactly.
next.
I was like, oh god, I have to 1v1 this fucking 50-pound Australian Shepherd. I'm gonna die. Oh, I can't even hold her back in a normal day. So, yeah. What'd you
Yeah.
do?
So yeah. No deep frying. We did just did turkey in oven.
Nice.
New tech this year was butter injection.
Oh yes.
Yeah, butter injection is good.
We did butter
I've heard
injection.
about this. How was it?
It was good. It was good. It helped a lot with the dryness, I would say. The probe, like my dad gifted me this like probe setup for temperature for Christmas, right? So I can have like a couple probes. So I did probes, and we were just like watching it. And I think like my probe positioning was really bad. So I think that it got a little overcooked, probably in the breast.
When
still.
do you pull your turkey?
I mean, I would pull it at like 160.
Oh, that's way too late.
Way too late.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I mean, unless you're like feeding it to children or people who are immunocompromised, like most restaurants will pull it at like, and I have always pulled it at like 150. Sometimes even
150?
like, and then
You only get like 5 degrees in the rest, though, no?
not if you cover it with aluminum. There's
You
so
get
much
10?
thermal mass in there, yeah, especially
10?
because of the
Okay.
cavity.
10 would be enough, I think.
It's okay.
Like
Yeah.
you can do 160, no problem. 160.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So was 160 too late then, or are you just saying you put it in the wrong spot such that
I put it in the
160 was
wrong
there?
spot, and like when I went to like check it with the probe, so like I would read 160 on the probe outside, right? And then I would go in and I would like test at a different part of the breast, right? And it would be below, right?
Yeah.
So like I think that my probe placement was just bad.
Yeah.
So like
You
that
also-
happened a couple
yeah.
times, and like I think like at the end I feel like it ended up being like 165 to 168 when we actually pulled it out of the oven, which is
No.
it's
Yeah.
just too much. So
Yeah. I would even say like pull it at one. If you're like worried about 150, you can like pull it 155 and it'll still be fine. You can just like leave it on the counter.
Yeah. But the new thing that I want to try next year with the turkey is I want to get good at like spatchcocking. And I just need to convince everybody in my life that this is a more
Have you ever
effective
deboned
way.
a whole turkey?
I've not.
I have. I showed you pictures.
Yeah. You showed me pictures.
Deboning a whole turkey is fun.
That does not sound that fun.
So you cut the entire back out, and then
I already don't think that's fun.
Yeah, I enjoy it. It's like a fucked up brain disease that I have. So you cut the whole back out, and then you literally just start like butchering in reverse. So you like cut all the bones out without hurting any of the skin, and then you can just like close the skin up again and then tie it up, and you have like this like tube of turkey. It's good.
That's so weird.
My sister is so disturbed by it, and then every time she's like, "It tastes great, but it's so disturbing," because you can like cut off little rolls of breast meat at the front of the tube, and cut off little rolls of thigh meat at the back of the tube.
Oh, that is kind of weird.
Yeah,
but like, it doesn't disturb me enough to like think it's like super duper weird. I guess.
She was like kind of grossed out by. She's like,
Turkey
"I'll
cylinder.
eat it."
Ideally, you want to cook it like thigh up, right?
You can hang it.
Like vertically,
people
right?
hang it.
And you like, because that way, like the fat will
The
like, come
juices
down.
like, yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
I did not hang it. It still worked fine.
I see.
My God.
But yeah, I want to figure out how to spatchcock like chickens, like small chickens,
Mhm.
right? And just like work my way up so that I get better at the cooking of this. I also did tri-tip.
Nice.
So I like prepped it the night before, like dried it off, dry brined it, put it in the fridge, let it do its thing,
Mhm.
overnight. And then it turned out really good. I just did like a sear on both sides and then indirect for the rest of the time. It turned out really good. So yeah.
Why is it called tri-tip?
I think it has something to do with the shape. I think
Okay.
it is like a triangle shape, right?
Okay.
So,
Okay.
yeah, it's an odd thing because like the places that make like butcher tri-tip is like Iowa, right? It's like where all the beef comes from, basically.
You giving Kansas a bad name.
Well, they're Kansas as well, but like they'll cut for the tri-tip, right? And if you go there, they won't serve you tri-tip.
Why? Because
Like-
they export all of it.
They just
Like,
don't
that's
like
really-
they don't use that cut. I don't
They
understand.
probably are like, this is the shitty cut, and then all the
It gives it
coastal
out.
elites.
So not though.
All the coastal elites are like, oh, this is special cut, and the Iowans are like, for fucking real, and they're like, yeah, and they're like, fuck it, sell. I mean,
It's good.
This
It's
is
good
how
as fuck.
this is how lobster became fancy. You know this, right?
Yeah.
Like Californians are like, I want lobster. Like all the California rich people back in the day, like, I want lobster, and the people of Maine who are like, these are infestations.
Yeah,
they're like,
they're
yeah,
fucking-
we'll pay giant amounts for them. I'm like, okay, here
Yeah.
you go.
Well, the California or like the West Coast lobsters are weak and tiny.
Exactly.
It's true. It's true.
They need the juiced up
They're very
ones.
small.
No, this is correct. Actually, you talking about this just reminded me. So a lot of the I'm bringing back the Japan stuff. I'm probably gonna do it for the rest of the fucking
That's
episode.
okay. It's okay.
But like, goddamn, it was so funny. A lot of the ad. There was one ad that was really funny to me. It was like a America. It was like this place serves American meat, and they were like really proud of it. Like it had like U.S. pork certified or whatever, and their items to show off were like this item was called, I kid you not, like it was just so like. It was just such whiplash because everything around it was like regular Japanese stuff, and like this one's like Bob's ribs. Like this is like our best item on the menu.
These
You
are
have to
Bob's
get
ribs.
in full
Yes.
English. I was just like, dude, I don't fucking understand what's going on. It's like, oh, we got the steakhouse chop or something. I'm like, okay, I don't understand. But one of them was like a steak thing, but it was like a big ol' like. Do you guys know the Japanese like hamburger steaks?
Yes.
It was like one of those. I'm just like, that's fucking.
Yeah, those are.
crazy.
No, I don't.
So in Japan, they don't usually eat hamburgers with like they do, but like generally when people talk about like hamburgers, sometimes you'll actually make the hamburger with like lettuce and like tomato and everything, and then you'll eat it but without bread.
Okay.
Well, yeah, I think a lot of the main way I feel like people consume it is like
It's usually over rice too, right?
yeah. So that's like a couple things to hit there. So the Japanese hamburger steak is just extremely fucking thick. It's like maybe like this thick.
Oh my god.
Yeah, no, it is the logical extreme reverse of like the smash burger. It's really, really fucking thick.
It's
still like ground beef.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
it's all
the
ground beef.
anti-Hassan.
No,
burgers.
it's insane. Like I guess one of the more popular ways to eat this is like.
He's losing his mind.
No. I understand. The most popular way to eat this, or like the way I've eaten this at least, is like, it's like you eat it with like curry and rice and stuff, and which leads me to like also holy shit, they use so much rice. Like I don't understand like the proportion of like dish to rice, whatever that is. I think they just give giga rice with everything.
Yeah,
I don't understand.
Arabs love we'll use a lot of rice too, and sometimes my dad will fucking overdo it. If you go to like an Arabic restaurant, they're like, here is a mountain, and then and then you'll have like everything else, and then it's just like I don't know what to do with this.
Yeah, you've given me too much. I feel like I've eaten it improperly.
Yeah.
Like there's like a whole fucking pound of rice left. Like, I don't understand.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
But yeah. So I have two small stories.
Okay.
Small story number 1. My YouTube Shorts is an insane place because we're back. We're back to a YouTube Shorts story. Now all of a sudden YouTube is feeding me, and I love speedrun content, but they think like, hey, you like speedrun content. Here is weird speedrun content, and they're giving me like weird speedrun content based off of Minecraft.
Oh, interesting.
And apparently one of the Minecraft speedruns, this is the most, also all Minecraft speedruns are the most Mickey Mouse ass fucking speedruns I've ever heard of.
Oh, come on.
Listen.
Wait, come on.
Let me explain to you why. One of the most prestigious speedruns is how the fastest possible destruction of a beehive.
Okay, that's some nerdy shit.
Yeah, well, what people do is they will, and there's two like categories. There's random seed and then seed category.
Yes. The seed category is cursed.
Yeah, so the seed category is you type in the seed, you spawn in front of a chest. In that chest is a golden axe with like destruction fucking 10,000. I don't know the enchantments are. Okay?
Sure.
And then the person who has the record literally has a record that's so fast that it is effectively a TAS record.
Nice.
You know TAS is?
Yeah.
Tools to speedrun. Yeah. It is literally 100 milliseconds.
That's insane. So it spawns you with the chest, and then like above you is the beehive.
Yeah, it's right there. So what they do is like literally, you can see the video. They spawn in, they right click, they shift click the axe, and the game takes 1 millisecond to realize the axe is in your inventory. In that time, you just see him fling his fucking arm, and then click on the beehive before, like, it hasn't even really spawned in his little thing yet, and destroys the speed. It is literally perfect.
Okay,
and they try to TAS it, and like, you can do better. You can get like 99 milliseconds, but regardless, that's the level of speedrun.
No, you're right. That's a Mickey Mouse. That's
Mouse.
a Mickey Mouse. Never mind. I thought you were talking about like the like the speedruns to like beat the Ender Dragon, basically.
No, that's a real one. I was saying like, but there's so many Mickey Mouse at speedruns. The other one was like the fastest, like, you know, who can find a pink sheep the fastest. So like all these people do is spam worlds until they load into a world and they see a pink sheep, and then they get
stupid.
Holy shit.
That's so stupid.
So
this is what you're getting fed on YouTube.
I'm getting that.
It's just
and
Mickey
like
Mouse.
it's just random ass shit. I love YouTube Shorts. Sometimes I'm like, what the hell am I gonna get today?
I can't handle the shorts format.
Yeah.
I just can't.
And then the other,
I can't do it either. I'm just like,
so the other story is this. So I posted on my Instagram a photo with Zelda and her advent calendar. Nothing wrong with that, right? It's just a cute picture of a dog and advent
Or so
calendar.
he thinks.
And
That's right.
so I think Trevor, who is in Germany, sends me a message with this zoomed in and goes, kind of sus that you have lotion on your desk. And I have a fresh tattoo, so I need to keep it moisterized. And I will always
Sure,
Yeah, that's what I said. That's what I said.
crazy.
and what I do is when I'm playing League, I'm usually playing on the computer, and usually I frame one after walking my dog, I have to play a game of League when I get home. So the moisturizer is right there, and I'm like, okay, perfect. I have to moisturize my arm. So that's what I do in Champ Select. And
Yeah, we're all moisturizing our tattoos in Champ Select, if you get my drift.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So the problem is
You only need one hand to select your champion. So.
The issue is I look at my phone and I'm like, oh, that's a message that was sent to me at 3 a.m. from Trevor. What is this about? And he is fucking roasting me about this. I'm like, okay, thanks.
At least you're moisturized.
This is 5 a.m.
For your
And
roasting.
I'm like, that's fine. It's hilarious. I'm like, haha. No. Everybody who is in my friends list has now sent me the goddamn zoom in picture. I like get a fucking
Get got.
Sorry.
Rip.
Anyway, so what'd you put on your shaft?
Look, you have to make sure it's fragrance free, otherwise it can cause irritation.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. But yeah, that was my morning.
Nice. All right, so I got a question for you guys.
Here we go.
Have I talked about the basking shark?
Oh my god.
No. I am legally required to say this.
You have not talked about the basking shark, Patrick.
Okay, good. All right.
There's not a gun to my head.
So here
I do not need help.
I am mad at him.
Yeah, so basking shark.
Mm-hmm.
Second biggest fish in the ocean. All right, behind, a shark that I've talked about before, it's the whale shark, right? They're rather similar in the fact that they're both filter feeders,
Okay.
right?
Oh, second, you said largest fish. I was about to
Largest
say.
fish, yes.
Whales are not fish; they're
Yes,
mammals.
That's correct, yes.
It's interesting that the trend of filter feeders is just that they're fucking big.
I mean, they have to
Yeah.
be, right? Big mouth equal
Yeah.
big surface area. What if
It's
the natural
fair, yeah.
evolution is just have a big mouth, tiny body?
I feel like they can't go hand in hand entirely, right? Like if you need a big mouth, right, to sustain your consumption, right, then like you need a big stomach to process it, right?
True.
Right?
True.
So
But
then
you could
need all the
evolve to
organs.
have a disproportionately larger
Super
mouth.
long.
That's true. But I mean, like, that's kind of what the whale shark is, right? Like, whale shark, very big up front, right? And it tapers really fast, right?
I just had the most cursed thought in my life.
What's that?
So you know how AV is equal to A1V1 and is equal to A2V2? The area of the thing.
Yeah.
So you can have a giant mouth and it just swims into the ocean and it shoots the water out of its ass and it just accelerates like crazy in the forward direction. It just speed
God.
feeds.
So that's what we're talking about today.
Yes.
Thanks, man.
You're just in a submarine and you're just
Yep.
No, we should do this.
That's actually how the ocean works. That's actually what happened to Megalodon. That's why you haven't seen it. It's moving at the speed of light in the water.
There's just there's a whale shark, parked somewhere, and it just goes right through him because it's moving so fast.
It's like the opening scene in The Boys.
Yeah. Except the guy just simply opens his mouth instead.
Exactly.
Instead of moving a single muscle, he just opens his mouth. It's just over.
It's gone.
Sorry, continue.
Anyway, so yeah, it's the second biggest fish in the ocean. This thing's fucking huge. The biggest one ever recorded is the length of 2 Chevy Silverados back to back.
That's the most American
The most
biologist.
That's
American
correct.
measurement I could come up with.
No, actually, the most American measurement I heard on fucking History Channel on Animal Planet about
What's that?
sharks, and they're like, it's the size of the space shuttle. And I'm like, who the fuck knows how big the space shuttle
Yeah.
is?
Tell me how many football fields it is.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, so they're called basking sharks because like they come to the surface and that's kind of like where they feed, right? So people were like, "Oh, they're coming up for the sun," right? But like they're fucking munching down.
They're just
Be
basking.
wrong, nerds.
Yeah, exactly. But anyway, basking sharks are kind of interesting for 2 reasons. First of all, they are a filter feeding fish, but they breach.
Like they do.
Yeah, they do the jumpy thing out of the water, right?
Are we not allowed to breach?
Well, I mean, think about it. Like, you are spending all your time, you're getting your calories from these itty bitty guys,
Yeah.
right? and then all of a sudden you're just like, fuck it, man.
me
I'm
on
just
a Sunday
I'm gonna
afternoon.
be in the air for a second.
Yeah.
Like
They
it doesn't help
They catch
them.
birds.
No, it's just like plankton and
I'm
stuff.
just imagining the scene from Dune.
Yeah.
It's just for
But they
fun.
they like keep their mouths closed on the way up, basically. So it's like they're just doing it for fucking fun,
That's cute.
which
Yeah.
is like very interesting. It's very funny to me. Anyway, it's just more evidence that sharks are just dogs of the water.
Let them have fun.
Horses are the dogs of the
Oh,
of the
God.
Of the what?
what is that thing called? The pack animal. Horses? Horses are like fucking dogs. They're so cute.
They're just big dumb dogs.
If you give them a ball, they will freak out.
Hmm.
Yeah,
And they'll
it's
just
actually-
run around with the
It's
ball.
actually kind of funny to watch.
Yeah, continue.
But yeah, so they breach. There's like this video online of like these divers like videotaping a basking shark breaching, right? And when it comes back down, it misses the diver by like this much.
Holy shit. Calculated.
It'd be like a fucking truck hitting you.
Two
You'd be
trucks.
gone.
Two Chevy
Yeah,
Silverados.
Two
Oh,
Chevy
my
Silverados. Yeah. And they also do this very interesting thing when they are like looking for a mate. They form a cyclone in the water. They form a torus,
How?
What?
right? So they'll like kind of come together. They'll like
Oh, like
come
all
together.
of them will do it.
And they'll all like kind of like do like a fish school kind of thing, you know, like where they kind of swim in a circle, right? They swim in a torus, right? And like that's how they find their mate. You know,
Basking
like,
sharks just go
they
to the
go and they
nightclub.
like touch fins and like, you know, stuff like that. They're just like, "What's up? You know, you want to do this?" And the shark is like, "Yes" or "No," and then they just like they all disperse.
Why do sharks know about toroids?
And why do sharks ask for
It's just-
consent?
it's just- Dude, they can be woke too.
Okay, sorry.
They can jump for fun. They can be woke. It's all right.
Okay.
But yeah, so that's. I mean, the torus is just like the natural shape, right? Because
Interesting.
if you're schooling, right, and you're just like chilling and turning with your buds, right, you're gonna have some like center part where you can't go because the turning radius is too small.
Wouldn't it be more
Right.
of like a, I don't know, you could just do like a cylinder.
Is this how Chevy Silverados
Yeah,
mate
but-
too?
Yeah, but like I don't know, like the cross section of the school can't be like, you know, it can't be like flat on the top and bottom, right?
That's
like,
true.
There's probably some variation in the height, so it's like
so
it looks more
weird.
like a torus, like a donut than a cylinder.
Do they know that like topologically they could also make a mug and that would also work?
I don't think that they figured that part out.
Oh fuck me!
Yeah.
Jesus.
I don't think
That's
that they
every
figured that one out.
every math nerd's favorite.
Yeah,
fact.
right when the sharks start to figure out what a Klein bottle is, I think I'll come back to you.
That's when they kick you. That's when they kick you out of the school.
Yeah.
Like you're no longer invited.
They're like, yeah, nobody's mating with that guy.
Yeah. That's when you touch with too many fins, and they're like, okay,
Yeah.
all right, buddy.
Yeah, there's only 3 filter feeding sharks that I'm aware of, right? And I've talked about 2.
The basking, the whale,
Yeah.
and
the third one you would expect is the third largest shark, but that's incorrect.
the orca shark.
No, that would be an unbeatable combination. We would be so fucked if
Yeah.
orcas and sharks bred. It would be
Well,
over.
that's not true. We've showed our dominance to orcas in SeaWorld.
Yeah, when they fucking take the trainer and carry them around the tank like a rag doll, that's definitely showing dominance. Yeah, for sure.
Jesus Christ. Yeah.
And the third one is not the third largest shark. It's like the 8th largest shark or so.
Oh.
Somewhere around there. And it's called the megamouth shark,
The big mouth shark.
basically. And it does kind of the same stuff. It's just kind of like out in the open ocean.
Does it
just
also
like,
form cool toroids to mate?
Not that they know of. I think they've only caught a few of them, actually. Like, it's like one of the rare ones.
I like the idea
Seen a lot
of them getting together to make little toroids. It's like a little dance party. They got
Yeah,
little
practice our
clubs.
toroid formation.
Exactly. Exactly. I feel like I would be scared if I just see a toroid of sharks.
But they're basking sharks.
No,
there's no
I understand.
documented attacks on humans.
I'm not worried about them attacking me. I'm more worried about a few metric tons of shark that's in front of me. That's a lot of mass.
So that's interesting. So you would think, right, that this would like actually be like a feeding event for them, right? Because this thing is actually seen in rays. Like rays will form cyclones.
Manta rays kind of freak me out.
Right? Yeah, they're fucking crazy. and they form feeding cyclones where they will like spin in a circle
and then like fish get stuck in them.
Yeah, exactly. So they just get
that's sick.
It's awesome.
That's so cool.
It's so
they're very cool.
Right? But this is like not a feeding thing at all. It's like very clearly like a social thing rather than.
So their cyclone isn't strong enough to suck fish into.
No,
sucks.
No. Yeah.
Damn.
Also, I think it would be very hard because like manta rays have like, they have like force along the cyclone, like in the vertical direction, right?
Okay.
Rather than the horizontal direction.
The curl.
Yeah, it's the curl that matters. That's right. Rather than the.
Okay, I'm back.
Let's talk about our cyclone vectors, guys.
Yeah. So yeah.
Don't tell Seth Butterman about this. He'll find a way of making this a fucking problem.
It is fair. Yeah, it's scary.
I still think it's wild that we trained CIA penguins in the basement of UCLA back in like
they were dolphins.
Dolphins. Sorry. Dolphins. You know how the Soviets figured them out? I think I told you about this.
How?
It turns out that like the dolphins that they chose are not native to the waters of like the North Sea, and also they had like giant, things strapped to them. So they would just like go in boats. I'm like, why is there like this random ping coming from the North Sea? And they would like drive around and then I guess boat around. And then they would like look in the water and like, what the fuck is that thing? And this is like the wrong dolphin. So they just took out like a gun and they shot them.
Yeah, there's a big CRT strapped to its back too. I don't get it, but we should probably kill it.
which is kind of sad because like, you can imagine the CIA operative who like got a good relationship with the dolphin. Yeah. He's just sitting there watching and like, oh, it's not swimming. Why is he in mainland Moscow, Russia?
I like to imagine they just got the color of it just completely wrong, or like the shape.
It's basically the color. I think like the color that they caught are like this like light blue, not like light blue, like this like like gray almost, and the ones in like the North Sea that do appear occasionally because like they're close to the like North Pole. They're like really dark blue, like they're very obvious, and
they just show up with a pink ass penguin.
Exactly. It's just like, what the fuck? Also, by the way, it's kind of cold. I'm used to like Hawaii waters. Yeah. Oh my goodness. You wanted to talk about something at the end of last podcast, but we ran out of time.
Shit.
It was after the like types of play thing.
Oh, did I? Fuck.
I think so. It doesn't matter if you don't remember it.
I forgot. Sorry, Trap.
You're good. I was gonna tell you guys about Michael's League of Legends progress because I think it's very funny.
All right. Here we go.
But very briefly, I haven't played any League of Legends recently.
Yeah, we know. I've not.
But just to update,
I've not finished leveling my WoW character either. I got really distracted over Thanksgiving.
What level are you at?
I think I'm almost there. I'm like 75.
Oh, you got some ways to go.
Yeah, but like I'm not like insanely far.
If you want to do the most efficient thing,
it's just grind dungeons, right?
It's grind dungeons, but specifically you're grinding time walking dungeons right now.
Oh really? Does it give Giga?
Yes, it's giving like, I don't know, it's like 50% more XP or something insane than normal random dungeons. But you go to the Caverns of Time, you get the quests, get the bonus XP.
You just sit there and grind,
and you just fucking blast.
Okay.
Goddamn.
I'll look into it, but shit, what was I gonna say? Oh, Michael. He's starting to learn something that I want him to unlearn right now, and I think he's learning it because of bad influence. No, I mean besides playing the game, but he's already locked in. My guy grinds League.
Oh god.
Like really?
If he's like it's kind of bad. Like I've seen him play like 10 games in a day. And then like he'll go like, okay, I'm actually like he'll like this is on a work day. He'll like get home, he'll like grind till like 3 a.m., go to sleep. But then like on a weekend, I've seen him play for literally like probably 12 hours.
Holy shit, that's fire.
Yeah, he's just grinding League.
Like that in such a long time.
Yeah, I don't want to do something like
insane.
that. And one time I was like saying like, oh, I'm gonna play. I was like, I'm gonna play and rank up, and then like I'll probably make food and maybe I'll come back. And he just like kind of flames me going, oh, you're gonna play 2 games? And I'm like, first of all,
How is that a flame?
First of all, I'm
I'm pretty sure everyone experiences some level of ego death after the 5th game.
Exactly.
So, like, it
I experienced ego death after the 2nd game because that was the game where I dragged it up for 40 minutes because I wanted to win, and then I logged off. I'm good for the day, actually. But he is learning now because he's that he just believes certain characters are bad, or he just believes certain champions just win you the game.
So is it just like the sees this matchup and will not stop bitching and moaning about it?
Exactly.
Yeah, okay.
Exactly. Like the one that they were complaining about was just like how so I'll give you 2 examples. The first one was they were Michael and his duo were up against a Master Yi. And he starts complaining about Master Yi.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, sure. Master Yi, especially in low elo, can get out of hand, but like you can deal with him. It's not the worst thing in the world, unless it gets
depends on Team Cup.
Yeah. But it's not like you see him in login screen and you lose the game. Is what I'm saying. But like they already like on literal load screen, they start talking about how they're going to lose the game. So they're already going into this game with a bad mindset, and then they start complaining about their bot lanes, getting killed and blah blah blah. And I was like, okay, that's fine. But the one that actually bothered me was they were playing another game, and the guy went Ezreal mid lane, AP Ezreal mid, and both of them like start. I'm not sure if they were typing in chat because I wasn't playing. I was just in Discord. They start flaming this guy for his pick, for like picking AP Ezreal.
Sure.
How AP Ezreal is shit, and like how he's unplayable, and like he's bad because he doesn't do as much damage as he did like a few patches ago.
Yeah.
And the dude carried them. Like the hardest carry that I have ever seen in my life. And they were still flaming him. They're like, oh, he played a better mid laner, then like the carry would be easier. And I'm like, that's crazy. You're in the backpack.
That's actually crazy.
you're talking to the bus driver.
That's the visual I have. Like that's the visual I have. You're like on the ground and you're like screaming at the giant that's like
exactly
to victory.
And I've been getting hit with this shit too, like where I'm playing Gwen.
Yeah,
because I have noticed that for me, I love Shen. Shen and Gangplank are still my number 1, number 2. Gwen is like a number 3, but I've just noticed that in low elo, what I have noticed is that people don't know how to deal with like Gwen because she pushes so quickly that like unless people rotate, and if they like, I've also noticed in low elo like people will rotate one character at a time, like one player at a time. They won't like go in a team to fight you off, and Gwen will just delete anybody at certain points in the game. But as much as I love Gwen, I just don't like her for certain reasons, which is like I don't like that she can't really team fight very well. I don't like that like you are basically locked into split pushing. Like that's what you're going to do in this game. You pick Gwen, you're split pushing. That's why I like Shen more because you can do both. If you're like, oh, I'm falling behind in lane, I'll help my team out more. I'll build defensive. If I want to split push, I can split push. Same with Gangplank. I can split push forever, or I can be a team fight god. But I'm playing Gwen. And they're like telling me that my Gwen pick can't deal with certain matchups, like set. And I'm like, okay, first of all, if we're talking high elo where like both players are skilled, sure, God with you, I won't be able to deal. We're talking about fucking like, bronze, silver elo right now because I'm not playing that many games. I'm playing like 2-3 games a day. And I deleted the shit out of that set because like people don't know what they're doing. No one knows what they're doing. But also, if you know, like they're like shit talking this character because she got nerfed and she went from an S tier top laner to an A tier top laner, which means if you're not in the S tier, you're unplayable. And I'm losing my mind right now. I'm like, oh, you're learning the bad habits.
This happened in Heroes Ranked as well, where like I would get, I think I got to like plat, like high plat before I stopped like caring about ranked. But like all throughout gold, that is exactly how every team that I was on was. It was like, why are you playing this? Like, what is all of this? It's just like, why is it that like there's this middle section of people that are like, oh, I have decided that I am like, I listened to the YouTube video.
Yeah.
And this diamond rank guy was like, this guy's bad in diamond. So that means it also must be bad all for everything.
Yeah, like Gwen is right now bad in diamond and challenger. I will agree because like people are like, okay, this is how like she's gonna split push. People will counter pick you, or people know what to do against you, but people don't know what to do when you're pushing like third turret at minute 15 and like no one is rotating because they think that you're not going to take it with one wave. Yeah, it's just
like genuinely I feel like all of this matchup data and information is like such a bane on like almost like every game I've played. Like this is also why I don't like to look up like opponents, like specific win rates and stuff like that too. It's just like extremely unhelpful for the specific matchup, and also like you're saying like repeatedly, like everything that isn't literally like the top 0.01% of play, like the shit does not matter.
Exactly.
Like, it seriously does not matter. Like basically everything below like a certain level is just a hands check and like you're fine. Right? Like if you can just out mechanic these people, it doesn't fucking matter like what the matchup is.
Even I would even say beyond mechanics, you can have shit mechanic if you know how to if you know how to like macro. If you know like the fundamentals of a wave, you will beat anybody in a 1v1, especially in top lane. Like this, I've noticed the thing that I've stopped doing now is like I will stat check people in game because I've noticed that I can get free kills. I'll like, but if I notice the other guy has, not stupid decision making in fights, I'll just go like, okay, I'm just gonna beat you with wave control. I'll literally just like, oh, I'm gonna push wave. I know when to back. I know when to hold wave on my thing, and they'll just lose.
Yeah.
And I'm like, they don't know how to do wave control. They won't be able to like keep up with you in XP. They won't be able to keep up with you in gold. You'll just win ultimately. That's what I do with Gangplank. I'm like, literally, Severn's like, you don't get any kills as Gangplank. I'm like, I don't need to. I'm gonna out farm them with barrels, and I'm gonna out XP them. And then the minute hits 10, I'm just gonna walk up and like, and they can't do anything anymore because that's what Gangplank does, and they have not done the fundamentals of shut down Gangplank over and over again. Don't let him get XP.
This reminds me, actually, this talk about League reminds me of, I was listening to the most recent Yard episode earlier today, and they were talking about doing a Yard, like 5-stack.
I watched it. It was so bad.
Oh, they did this live already?
They did it live. I watched it from all perspectives because I needed to see.
Oh. Okay, so I did not know. I thought they were just memeing or like talking about like, haha, we're not actually going to do this. So in the context of the episode, I was just like, they're already arguing like crazy. I feel like listening, specifically playing League with slime, would probably be the fastest way I ever kill myself. Like, let me just like actually.
I love slime. Yeah, I would never play with him. No,
that guy seems like a terrible person to play with. I'm so sorry.
I agree. No, you're not wrong. I think everybody agrees with you. Did you ever see a Ludwig slime Valorant stream?
No.
I love watching Ludwig play Valorant. He's not great at it, but like it's funny to watch him.
Right.
Like he doesn't even really rage. He just goes like he just says things that are kind of funny.
Yeah.
When he was playing with slime, I had to turn off the stream. I had to turn it off, and then I learned that after I turned it off, they had like a proper fight, and they stopped talking to each other for like 2 days because. They would just argue like so much. So they played the League game. Yeah. You should watch it. There's like a VOD. No, it's actually really funny because Ludwig just goes, I don't know what your guys' decision making is. I don't get what you guys are doing. And then unfortunately, Slime is good. Like he's good at MOBAs. He used to play Dota.
Sure.
Even Hassan might play League.
Oh no!
Because also Hassan is an old Dota head, and then Slime and Aiden go, well, we're just naturally gifted, so your decision making is wrong.
Oh, nice!
It's really funny. It's a good video. It's it's like bad League of Legends, but very entertaining.
Oh my god! Who was their team comp at the end? Because I think that was still up in the air a bit.
I don't remember.
Like as in like roles.
Ludwig went jungle. Slime I think was mid, and then Nick and Aiden were bot lane. I don't know who their last guy was.
Nick and Aiden bot lane. Okay, I think they were because in the.
I did not watch the episode yet.
Okay. In the podcast, they were basically saying Nick would be the Lux support. And then Aiden would be top, and then they would get Shake Drizzle or somebody to be their ADC.
Oh, I might have flipped it. I think Aiden might have been top.
Oh, okay.
I think so. Hold on. Yard.
That seems like such hell to play with, because like in high school I used to play a lot more with like people of like very varying skill levels, and like the person I like to play with least, but I still played with because I was just that fucking addicted to the game, was like this like one trick Tryndamere player, and like, oh my god, he was so annoying to like just talk to as a person, just in general outside the game.
Also had an annoying Tryndamere player.
Yeah.
Did he also play Rengar?
No, he literally only ever played Tryndamere ever. Period.
I had a guy who would do the same. He only played Tryndamere, and if he didn't play Tryndamere, he played Rengar top.
No, he got himself. He was also RPing as Tryndamere in the sense that like he was getting fucking chat restricted every other fucking game.
Yes. Oh my god, we had the same guy.
Dude.
So sorry, Slime went top lane.
Okay.
It seems Ludwig was.
Oh god, Slime top would
jungle.
be so terrible. Oh my god.
Nick is Lux.
Yeah.
I think Nick.
Not even support. He is Lux.
Yes, he is Lux. I think Nick went mid lane Lux.
Oh, nice.
It seems.
That's really unfortunate, but okay.
And then where's Aiden? Anyway, it's really funny. You should watch the video. It's really funny.
Dude,
it's 24 minutes.
I literally
I
can't.
laughed so
I think
hard.
I
No.
think that would
Trust
give me so much
I
pain.
laughed so fucking hard. It's a good time. It's a good time.
I can't. I feel like I've watched Ludwig play some League like on stream before, and I was just like, this. I can't watch this.
He was streaming recently, and he said, "Oh, I'm gonna get to silver, or I delete my account." And not only did he not get to silver, he went from bronze 1 all the way to bronze 3 in one stream.
Hell yeah!
And that is,
Dude.
I thought he got silver.
My guy.
yeah, he eventually did, but like
okay.
it was a moment. I feel so. It's so much fun watching sometimes, but it is very cringe.
That reminds me actually also with this the one trick Tryndamere, he was the quintessential like, what is it? Don't fight. I am pushing top. But like that was him, every minute of the game, every single game.
No,
Like, I'm not gonna come fight. You all have to like.
Did he ever get high ranked?
No.
No,
So
yeah.
we started off around the same. Like I think I was like low silver. He was like maybe bronze 1 or something.
Sure.
And we started playing together. And like over time, I started playing with other people because he's fucking annoying.
Yeah.
And he solo queued a bunch. And then later on, it was like, what is it? Like I kind of had like a where are they now moment. And I was like somewhere in mid gold, and he was like in the depths of like bronze 5 or bronze 5 back then.
Yeah. I find that like
crazy.
I find that a lot of time people who play split pushing don't really understand how split pushing works.
I
Where you
honestly,
have to just time it.
Yeah, I also feel like it's like if you're playing the split pushing champion TM, you're already having a really bad start for like your general game sense, because it's like, oh, I play split pushing champion. This means I split push all the time. It's like
Exactly.
No,
That's,
you shouldn't be doing that
Yeah.
on anybody ever.
Yeah.
It's like your champion is better at doing it, but it doesn't mean you should be like perma shoving.
exactly. That's exactly why I'm
It's
like
so-
saying I love Gwen. She's position 3. Because you're picking Gwen, you're like, oh, I mean, I will. What I do is I kind of play her like Shen, where I hang out with my team, and if I notice like my team can handle themselves in a 4-person stack, I'll like find a lane and I'll split push. Or what I'll do is if I notice my team are being fucking stupid, like engaging in a dragon fight that they will lose, and if I TP there, I'm going to lose with them. I'll just TP to the side lane and grab
100%.
something.
Yeah.
But basically what I do with Shen, but like, or with Shen, I'll do the opposite, where like I will split push, and I can always ult anywhere.
Yeah.
But yeah, I 100% agree with you. Like people who pick those split push champions and don't realize that you have to like time your shit it's a nightmare.
It's different, right? Because if you're Shen with TP, right, you're like, okay, my ulti. If you don't know, it's like you put a big shield on target like friendly player, and then after like 3 seconds of channeling or something, you like teleport right onto them. So you're a tank that can like rescue somebody. Basically.
Yeah. And also his kit's insane. Like his W, if you're in it, it blocks damage. Everybody.
Blocks like auto-attack
and
damage.
then E, he will taunt somebody and force them to hit you. Yeah.
Yeah. So like if you have that like super high mobility across map, and also like all I would say like good top laners run like teleport, right? Like you have 2 get out of like jail free cards in terms of like, oh, I've mispositioned in the wrong lane and something big's happening. I can snap to it, right?
Exactly.
It's different than like you play a champ that's like Tryndamere, who's like raw run at you guy with like ghost flash. And
Exactly.
like, if you're just perma splitting and like you have no way of like helping the team, that means if you're running that, you have to be pretty confident that like you know when to be with the team.
Exactly.
right?
That's why I like Gangplank so much, because like if you're split pushing with Gangplank and you're like, oh, I mistimed my split push, I fucked up. You have a global ult. You can still dump it somewhere, and it does a shit ton of damage. And if you're a good Gangplank player, you will not take the true damage circle. You will take the movement speed circle, because what you can do is you can either hit it on the team fight and all of your teammates gain movement speed, or you can hit it outside of the team fight and they can run away into your ulti and slows everybody so your team can get out. Again, Gangplank is a guy every time I watch him, like, you guys just fucking misplayed this champion. Like, everybody's just going with a true damage ulti and everybody just brain dead.
Well, they want to kill
push.
the guy, so yeah.
But your job, that's the thing that bothers me. Yeah, like if you're split pushing, your job is not to get killed. Your job is to get objectives and help your team out when you're not there.
He's kind of got a cool mechanic if you didn't know. So his ulti is like he could just call for kind of like an air strike in like a circle area, and he has like a separate currency that he can farm up, and after he gets a certain amount of currency, he can upgrade it one of 3 ways, and like each time you purchase one, you can no longer purchase it again. But the remaining 2, for example, are left, and you can like fully upgrade it later, right? Yeah. So people go for the big dammy one, and not the slow that is like a lane wide is kind of fucking nuts.
It's insane. It also gives movement speed to your allies.
Oh, there you go.
So it's a double thing. It's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, speed control is like insane.
Yeah,
it's so good.
Movement speed is broken in League of Legends.
I will say all this league talk plus the fact that I finished Arcane on the plane. Oh man, I want to play so bad. Actually,
it's a good time.
They're coming out with a new Victor skin. The Fascist Kate skin goes so hard.
Fascist Kate goes insane.
Oh my god, I might even
do it.
Because like you guys know, last time I bought the fucking event pass. So this is an event
this
pass.
Is one of my favorite, my favorite Will eras.
God, I fucking hated myself.
My favorite Will era was just him sitting in lab on his phone. Like, what are you doing? And he just looked. What's going on?
I'm throwing TFT games at the speed of light. Okay, like I have to do it. I don't know how much longer this Caitlyn event is for, but like I might have to do it again. Like
it was just so funny.
I have to relearn how the game fucking works so I can throw. Like you don't understand. It's got finesse to it. And then like I ended up playing the game, and I actually like played rank for a little bit. So I don't know. Maybe I do it again. Fuck.
Well, season fatigue is setting in a while. So
yeah, no, that's maybe that's the plan. Maybe
are you coming?
Maybe.
What does season fatigue mean for Patrick?
It means like you stop playing WoW.
Okay.
What do you do besides play WoW?
Most of the time, usually. Well, okay, that's like every day. Thanks. But
it's every day, bro.
It's every day, bro. But usually I'll pick something else up. Like I'll play. Like one time it was like Diablo 4. I just like grinded Diablo 4.
Oh, like single player stuff.
Yeah. I play Pokemon. That's when like the real depths of my Pokemon addiction start to kick in. I'm just kind of like fucking.
You gonna be our Nautilus?
I could do that, yeah.
You're gonna be our
I need at least one other thing. Like I need to learn something else, because like I can't have this Ari experience again.
No, I think League is perfect just because like same thing for season fatigue as well, where like League is really nice because it is like only within the context of like that one match, right?
Yeah.
So you don't have to like do the weeklies or dailies or whatever.
Yeah, no, for sure. But yeah, I need something else to play alongside it. Like I can't just do support, even though that's all I want to do. But I know that I will get. You'll have rewarding experiences
from doing like being a carry. I think it'd also be kind of interesting that like because I've played so much bot lane and just in general, I could support like you playing carry. It will be a lot to get used to. But
yeah, it would. The thing is like I feel like I can have a really big impact on the game as a support.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like without like too much pressure.
Yeah, that's right.
That's the thing that like it's a good impact, right?
Yeah,
I love stunning people.
Yeah.
It's my favorite
it feels so
thing
satisfying
on the planet. It feels so good.
We can also get them to play Lux. Lux could be fun for Hedrick, I think. She's kind of a support that like kind of spirals out of control and starts doing more damage than her AD carry.
I feel like that could be nice because it could teach me a little bit more about like when damage is good to deal, right?
Yeah.
Without like having it be like, oh, all of it is on your back.
She's
kind of thing,
she's
you know what
also
I mean?
she's also the queen of stuns and law. And last she doesn't stun, but she like roots people and slows them.
That's also acceptable. I
So
like those
it's just
things.
she's all skill shots.
I think you would also
fine.
learn a lot if we just role swapped, and I could
Yep.
I could play Nautilus, for example, and then you
Sure.
could see like the other POV basically.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can also quarantine you in the top lane. That's where I live.
It's not a good place.
It's not a good place.
No bias.
Yeah,
It's
no,
not a
no.
good place.
I as a top laner, I will tell you right now, don't play top lane. It's miserable.
I mean, like, I really like in HOTS. I like doing solo lane. Like,
Then
you
play
can
mid.
get like a
No, play
you
mid.
get a-
Play mid.
Why,
Top
why
lane?
not top?
Okay, let me explain to you what top lane is. Top lane is this: you are basically in a perpetual 1v1
Yeah.
for 13 minutes, unless you get camped. But you're basically in a 1v1 for 30
Yeah,
minutes.
This is fine. This
you
is my
you
expectation.
kind of do not help your team with
Yeah.
any global objectives until you get past the 10-minute, 13-minute mark.
Yeah, that also squares to my
unless you're going for
expectations.
grubs, but that's usually a little rarer. And then once the laning phase is over, your brain has to kick in, and you're like, how can I carry this game? Is your objective murder the enemy bot lane multiple times in team fights? Is your objective to split push and then basically have continuous 1v1s for the rest of the game? And as we talked about before, know when the timing is. Or do you play a top laner that can like spiral out of control, but now all of a sudden your job is to like deal with the team? The other thing is, because you have very little like impact for the first 13 minutes, if people start getting fed, you can't do anything about it until like you get into the mid game to late game.
Yeah. So literally, you just like turn off your brain until minute 10.
Yeah.
Yes,
Like basically,
somewhat.
you kind of get. I've seen my friend play top, and like he helps out his team a little bit too much early, and like what ends
You
up
just
happening
like,
is, like
get behind on farm.
yeah, you
and
get
stuff.
extremely behind farm wise, and then like then he's kind of like unfortunately kind of more of a burden because the
Yeah.
enemy top laner kind of had a free lane.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
yes.
just is
Okay.
sitting on like he just
Yeah, yeah,
is
yeah.
like super out resourced.
Yes.
At that time,
Your job is to get to level 18 as fast as humanly possible.
I see.
Because a lot of top laners get to that point where they're like, I am now level 18. No one can fight me anymore.
Yeah, specifically also because top lane is such an island, and you're always kind of like, it's interesting because it's like kind of self-serving in a way, but like because you're so like sequestered up there, you are usually the highest level player in the
Exactly.
game. So it's not just that I am level 18, I win. It's like it's critically I am 18 first.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I've seen people who get to 18 and then do nothing with it. And then other people get to level 18 and now like they're back to being in a fair matchup. Your job is to basically construct an unfair matchup and then exploit it as hard as possible.
I see.
And like
See, the thing about it is like I feel like my ability to do that exploitation is like very
Yeah, that just comes with
not-
but it comes with
It really
experience
just
and
comes
playing
with
the
playing.
game.
so
But I will
Um,
say also, like we talked about, like your friend, we were talking about Michael, like whining about matchups. I will say it, like because you're locked in that 1v1 for so long, like top laners, I feel like whine about like matchups like the most.
Yes,
And, like,
100%.
I can understand
that.
why they feel that way because they're like stuck, and like if their jungler doesn't help, it's like 1v1 against a guy you really don't want to 1v1.
Yeah, yeah.
And like sometimes with a jungler as well.
Yeah.
Whereas like in the bot lane or mid lane, the matchups are so much more like varied and different that like
yeah.
I personally feel like it's not super helpful to like think about how bad this matchup is like
I agree.
anyway regardless.
Yeah,
But you
dude,
feel it lesser in all the
Yeah.
other
You
roles.
just kind of boom yourself.
like
Exactly.
one of the best examples right now is my perma ban is Dr. Mundo.
that guy's
Because
fucking nuts.
huh?
That's an insane hero champion.
Yeah, so
that shit's
but,
fucked up.
but specifically
It's a big
right
purple guy.
now,
What do you mean?
but specifically right now, it's gotten to the point where basically you can kill him hundreds of times. I'm not exaggerating. You can kill him so many fucking times. But like the way that the items are working out right now is that he can just like somehow outscale you, regardless of what you do. And it's gotten to the point where like, it's no longer fun to be in a matchup against him. I know I'll win lane, but like I'll win lane and then I will look away, like I'll leave him alone for 4 minutes. And like I'll go do something else and I'm gonna kill their bot lane, I'm gonna kill their mid lane, and I come back and I'm like 6-1. He's literally 0-4. And I'm like dumping all of my abilities into him. And he just like right click, walks away, heals, walks back into lane, and then kills me with 2 cleavers. And I'm like, what the fuck just happened? Like, I didn't get skill checked. I just got ulted. I got ulted. That's it. Like Alawi, people will complain about Alawi. She's fine. Like, just don't fight her.
It seems like also with you talking about like Mordekaiser being broken and stuff like earlier, like last week.
Yeah.
It seems to me this is a trend of just the tank items being like too good right now.
They're currently too good, and then champions that can like leverage the tank items. It just, I don't know what to do. Like literally Mord. I even saw like Alawis, who's one of the best top laners in EU West. I think he got like rank 2 ladder. He is a main. He's like a main for Riven, and he's a main for Gwen, and he's a main for Shen, I think. And he picks Riven, and the guy picked Mordekaiser. He's like, oh, I mean, it's going to be a tough lane. It'll be fine. He killed Mordekaiser twice, and he says out loud, he's like, oh, I have more stats than him, everything. He could ult me. I can probably survive his ult. And he walks up to Mordekaiser, and then like he takes half of his health. Mordekaiser ults him. And then he says out loud, he's like, why the fuck are you ulting me? You don't have HP. And then just goes, slap, slap, Q. And then Riven died. And the guy's face is like, what the fuck? what the fuck just happened to me? And in his chat was Xpetu, who's the number 1 rank. I think it's like rank number 1 Shen. I think he's like I think he was like rank number 1 in EUS at the time, and just goes, you got Mordekaiser.
You got top shift.
It's just like, what the fuck just happened? 2-0, I think 30 CS up, 1 level up Riven just got deleted with 3 attacks.
This is a good thing.
This is a good thing. Not everything is fine.
Definitely not biased. Mordekaiser is like one of the like two top lane champions I can play. No, this is good thing. This is a good thing.
Oh, okay. All right, this is an extra long episode. Sorry.
All good. We're chilling.
Yeah.
All right,
Enjoy the
folks.
extra content.
Bye. See y'all later.
See you.